was there like this, looking at me as I was opening the phone. The tickets that you cannot pause. Once you've activated it, it just keeps running straight for 7 days. In my head, that one day 18 hours was still going to take me to Monday morning. We're like, how far? Your tickets. At that point, I knew that I had messed up. That was how your baby girl got issued £100 fine. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So just as the description says, guys, I was, should I say, nabbed or apprehended by the officers in charge of ticketing. So let me start explaining how I got myself into that mess from the beginning, just so that you learn from my mistake. Okay, it wasn't a deliberate attempt to boycott ticketing. Like, it's not worth it. Like, why will you, because of a ticket of 20-something pounds, now have to pay a fine of £100? It's not worth it. And even apart from the fact that you're paying a fine, let's even take the fine away from the whole matter. It's not even worth it. It's criminal, and how do you even do that? So normally, because I school in Newcastle and I live in Sunderland, I usually go on the metro or on the bus, either one, because the ticket goes on both, even on ferry, bus, or on the metro. But most times I prefer to use the metro because the metro is faster. So it also goes on the bus, but I prefer to use the metro. For a journey of 25 minutes with the metro, you can be on the bus for an hour, and that's because buses have so many stops. A bus can have 56 stops before you get to Newcastle. So that's why I prefer to go on the metro. And this is how it works. I buy the ticket online, and it's an e-ticket. Once you activate it, it's on your phone for 7 days. So once you just get to the bus stop or on the metro, you just open it and then show it to the officers in charge of passing you. So that's what I do. That's what I've been doing for over 6 months, guys, without having to boycott buying tickets or anything, because the E1 is actually easier. It's easier to keep, it's safer, it's just on your phone. Once your battery is on, your ticket is also active. And it's active for 7 days. From the moment you activate it, it starts counting down. It's 7 days, but once you activate it, right, 6 days, 23 hours, blah blah blah, it starts to count down from the moment you activate it. Yes, most times I don't like to activate it until I get to board, or until I get to the train station. Most times my husband buys me these tickets weekly. Once he gets his weekly allowance, the first thing he does is to send me the tickets, because you can buy on behalf of somebody as well. So once he buys it for me like that, I don't like to activate it until I want to use it, because sometimes I even still have the one for the previous week. Maybe I still have 10 hours on it, so I like to use that one till it's exhausted before I activate it, before I activate another one. And because I don't really move on weekends, I like to activate it on Mondays when I'm going to school. So instead of activating it immediately it gets sent to me, I like to keep it, so because it's just going to keep running. It's a ticket that you cannot pause. Once you've activated it, it just keeps running straight for 7 days. So I like to activate it when I'm ready to use it, just so it doesn't wait. Because if I get it on a Friday or on a Saturday, and I activate it on that Saturday, it means I won't get to use it for 2 days. So it's just going to waste. So guys, on this fateful day, I was going to school on a Monday, and then, like I said, I hadn't activated. I was still with the old one, which had a day and 18 hours on it, as at the last time I checked, which was on a Saturday. I checked it on a Saturday and I still had 1 day, 18 hours on it. So in my head, that 1 day, 18 hours was still going to take me to Monday morning. And for some reason, My husband hadn't also sent me the one for the coming week. I don't know, for some reason, both of us just forgot. That was how I carried myself, guys, to school on a Monday morning without checking my ticket before leaving home. This is one lesson you should also learn. Before you leave home at all, please check your ticket to be sure you still have allowance on it, you still have enough hours on it. The mistake I made that day was not checking before leaving home. If I had checked, I would have known how long I still had on it, how much hours I still had on it. So that very day, as usual, I was going to, because the thing is, once you get there, nobody will even ask you in some cases. And the days where those officers will be there, you won't know. They will just show up. And the thing is, they won't show up before you leave, not even before you board the train. They will wait at the other side where the train drops you, the other metro, the other train station where the train drops you. That is where most of them stay most times, because they know that. Because they know that before you leave, once you sight them at the train station, if you don't have a ticket, you can quickly go and get a ticket. But they prefer to stay at the receiving end where they will receive you. Do you get what I mean? So on this fateful day, I didn't check my ticket. I was so confident that, oh, I still have few hours on it now. I sat in the train. The train took me all the way to Newcastle. I got to Newcastle train station, and lo and behold, they were standing there. Not only the metro staff this time around. I'm talking about the security men, like the police. I don't know if they are policemen or, but the people in charge of fining, the people in charge of giving you £100 fine, like you see them with all their chest cameras, their what's it called, walkie-talkie, their everything, just like policemen. And there they were. At that point, I was still confident that I had my tickets. At least I thought I'll still have like few hours. Guys, that was how I got to them, and they were like, how far? Your tickets. And me now, I was still opening my phone to show them the ticket, not knowing the ticket had expired. Hey, God, it was so awkward. I'm sure the police people, I mean the ticket people, would even think I was putting up an act, because why will you not check? Why will you just assume you have a ticket on your phone when you have no ticket? So the woman was there like this, looking at me as I was opening the phone. Lo and behold, ticket had expired, nothing. I was like, I became numb, guys. I was like, I still had few hours, blah, 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 blah. She was like, well, sorry, I have to give you a fine of £100. No, can you come? I'm like, you can't explain anything to them. Once you don't have it, you don't have it. They don't want to know if it expired few seconds ago or few minutes ago. Once you don't have it active, reading active like this, you don't have it, and you are going to be issued a fine. At that point, I knew that I had messed up. If I had checked, even if it was in the metro, I had checked, I would have quickly called my husband. Please, or even me, I would have just looked for a way to buy the ticket, before getting to where I was going. But I was so relaxed. So that was how your baby girl got issued £100 fine. These guys issued me a fine. But the thing is, my fear was even the fact that they took my details, my name, my address, and which other detail, I can't remember. I was really scared, because I was scared that it would affect my DBS record or anything. I didn't want any stay because of how much ticket. Like, it's not worth it. Why will I, because of a 20-something pounds ticket, now stain my entire record? So I asked the woman, I was like, hope this is not going to affect my record in any way. She was like, no, it's just a ticket fine. It's not going to affect it. It's not a police case. It's not a criminal offense. That. Well, I took her for her word. So there and then, I called my husband. Okay, this was before they issued me the ticket, the fine. I called my husband. I was like, hey, God, your baby girl has been nabbed, though. He now sent me a ticket. So I activated it. The woman was like, well, I am activating this ticket like it's just in her presence that I called somebody and I got sent a ticket here and I'm activating it here. For she still has to issue me the fine. Guys, I almost cried. I'm like, God, but I have a ticket now. She was like, no, I just called someone. I just activated it now. She didn't want to hear anything. She issued me, your girl, £100 fine. Hey, so that was how I got fined though. But the good thing is, she said if I can pay £50 from that moment till the next 28 days, I'll have a waiver of £50. That means I won't have to pay the entire £100 if I can raise the money from now till the next 28 days, and then that means I'll pay half of it. I'm like, okay, it's still better than paying £100. So to the glory of God, we're able to raise £50 from that moment till the next 28 days. So we didn't have to pay the entire £100. We paid £50 fine. But even that £50, you know, there's some money that will just pay you because you did not plan it. £50, just like that, you know. It was so painful. Even my husband was really sad. Like, I mean, we could have avoided this. This is something that is avoidable. It's not like we do it or we've been doing it and it's a deliberate thing. You know, it was really painful because it was avoidable. If I had double checked, I would have known the ticket had expired and I would have bought another one. So that's it, guys. I just want you guys to learn from my mistakes and not repeat the same thing. Always check your tickets. Always double check to be double sure. I know that some people deliberately boycott this thing, you know, but it's not right. You know, it's really not right. It's not worth it. Safe. Like, why will you pay £100 when you can easily buy a ticket of £28, or is it £29? So it's not worth it at all. So that is my story, guys. I hope you're able to learn a thing or two from my story, and I can promise you guys that it will not happen again. I've learned my lesson. Now, what I do is I check before leaving home. I check again when I get to the train station. Once I get on the train, I double check again. And once I get to where I'm going, I check again. Yes, so that's it, guys. That's my experience so far. How your baby girl got fined of £100. And yes, so that's it. We've come to the end of today's video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please, you guys, you're not doing the right thing. You are not. Please subscribe. Watching is actually different from subscribing. I just discovered that some people don't even know that watching is different from subscribing. A friend of mine that has been on my channel since September, when I opened this channel, just didn't know that she was just watching. And she said, oh, so I have to click on something. I'm like, yes, because once I send her the link, she just clicks on the link and watches. She doesn't know that watching is different from subscribing. Just in case you are on this same WhatsApp group, please subscribe. You see where they wrote subscribe? Please click on it. You have to make a conscious effort to subscribe. Watching is different from subscribing. Please subscribe and like and share and engage. You guys are not engaging enough. Please, all these things help with the algorithm. Please, you have, even if it's an emoji, just drop it, please. I am begging. It go a long way to help with the algorithm. Please engage, subscribe, engage, like, click on the notification bell just so you get notified whenever I upload a new content. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for your support so far. Thank you for always coming by. Thank you for the comments, thank you for the likes, thank you. And if you are about to subscribe also, thank you in advance. And till I see you guys in my next video, please take care of yourselves and God bless you. Bye bye.